Oh yeah, it's been very expensive. I mean, oh my god, I don't know how many money, like how much they were spending on it. It was like a thousands, right? Like, oh,
Thousands? What do you mean thousands? Millions? What are you talking about? Thousands?
millions. What? Get out of here.
What do you mean get out of here? You know that the budgets for Game of Thrones episodes were $1 million plus per episode. They were $5 million an episode.
Well,
5 to 7 million. Was about what they cost. That
yeah,
first episode of the first season cost like $12 million to make because they had to reshoot the whole thing over again.
yeah. The pilot, yeah,
Plus actors started to cost more money towards
yeah,
the end too. You know what I mean? Which always happens, right? By the end,
yeah,
by the end of the show, that the amount of the budget that they were spending on just the actors alone, not just the production, but the actors had really gone up. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah. I mean,
Because they had to pay Kit Harington and they had to pay Maisie Williams and they had to pay Sophia Turner and
yeah, and Mason Williams, yeah,
they,
like
they
the
had to
whole
pay
cast.
they had to pay everybody that had survived the whole show, the ones that lasted.
Yeah,
You know, um, like the Kingslayer. He made it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And Queen Cersei.
yeah. Queen
Actors,
Cersei.
they all had to get paid eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I'm
mean,
sure they worked off contracts initially. I'm sure at first that were for the so many seasons, but then eventually they had to re-sign them, just like sports.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's a good analogy of it. All right. So,
Well, I see Sophie Turner popping up again on the radar in Hollywood. I saw that she's in some movie with Kit Harington. That
yeah. What is it called? Something.
I don't know. She looks a lot different now that she's gotten older. Uh,
Yeah. I mean, because
she's like a different woman.
yeah. Well,
She
I mean,
looks
she
thinner.
became
She looks thinner. Her hair's longer.
Wallner. Yeah. I'm putting out that movie you're talking about. The Dreadful is called. That she's doing that movie with Kit Harington. Apparently,
Although I think she looks thicker in Game of Thrones because of all of the excess clothing she used to have to wear because she was always in the north. You know what I mean? She always wore those big, bear skin coats and shit like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that made her look a little bit thicker.
That's yeah. Well, of course, when you wear those like, big, Viking or like those kind of like
Yeah, all the layers you have to wear to like live in the north.
yeah, like they will make you differently. Yeah,
It's so cold. You know what I'm saying? But they make her look bigger or thicker. But when you
yeah,
see her, when you see her in the advertisements now, she's a thin girl.
yeah. And the X Men movies when she was in, like, I mean, she was didn't look too buff, but like she was kind of skinny there. But did
Yeah.
did you know?
Supposedly she's going to get cast as the new Tomb Raider too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. She's going to be the new Lara Croft soon.
Why do they keep resurrecting that whole franchise or that whole shtick? Like I don't know, man.
I don't know. I
Is
haven't
that a, is
played.
that is that is that a profitable franchise or something? Like I mean,
I mean, not really. Like it's weird. Like
they
everyone knows
they
about
they
it.
they've tried to recast that character again in the past. It didn't really work or didn't really do
No,
anything.
it's going to be overshadowed by Andrew Lee's version of of Tomb Raider movies.
Yeah, it was her popularity as an actress. I felt like that really like elevated those films. You know what I'm saying? It was her name.
Yeah, and so like I don't know. Like I haven't played the games, but I heard the games are good, the newer ones, and I mean the character is so like iconic with her like clothes and all that. Like, but the movies haven't really done a good job of adapting the source material and all that.
The premise of it seems kind of boring, honestly. Overall, like
Yeah, I mean,
Like okay, you raid tombs for like
the
antiques and
Tombs,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
like
okay,
yeah,
great. You know,
it's like it's just another version of what is it, like Indiana Jones, but it's for females, right?
yeah,
Like
it's like Indiana Jones and like with some more high tech shit going on. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like better gear. You know.
yeah, bigger
Um.
gear,
So
um
and what is this crazy shit now that they're actually gonna cast what's her name? From fucking Stranger Things as Jean Grey in Spider Man.
I that's the rumor. Um,
Why would they do that? Why would they introduce Jean Grey in Spider Man?
I don't know.
How's that even gonna work?
I mean, I I have a feeling she's not Jean Grey. Like I think she's Rachel.
How would that even make sense? And why would I'm sorry, I really don't think that highly of that Stranger Things actress, whatever her name is.
Sadie Sink.
Sadie Sink. I don't what the big deal is with her. Like I just don't get it. Like why I don't see why you would cast her as your Jean Grey. You know?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they haven't really confirmed her role yet. I have a feeling she's someone. I have a opinion that it could be not Jean Grey because I don't think they're gonna cast a young Jean Grey in the new ones, right? Like you want
No,
a
they haven't established. They haven't even really established their mutant thing yet. In the MCU, they haven't done that. You know what I mean? You know,
yeah,
like
yeah, of course not.
so
And
just throwing Jean Grey in there all of a sudden as your first X-Men character is sort of an odd move.
yeah, I know. I don't understand that either.
Like
So
she's never been a leader of the X-Men or like it's not even really a main character. You know what I'm saying? Like like honestly,
yeah,
in the comics, besides the besides what she the Phoenix stuff, like she was sort of a side character in the X-Men.
yeah. I mean, besides the Dark Phoenix, she was like
She
side character. Yeah,
her character became elevated after the whole Phoenix deal and all that. You know what I mean? And her dying and coming back to life, and the Madeline Pryor shit and everything.
yeah.
That elevated her character a bit. You know what I'm saying? To where she was
Oh
a little
yeah,
bit more popular. But
yeah.
before that point, she really wasn't.
No, I mean, the Dark Phoenix upgraded her, like made her more powerful and like more cool, than she was during the
Yeah,
original.
and then even as just Jean Grey, a character, they made her more powerful and more mature, and she become older in age. You know what I mean? So like Charles had taught her how to use her powers more. You know what I mean? Over
Yeah,
time. You know what I mean? And she was more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like even without the Phoenix Force. You know what I mean? Like just as a whatever she is, a telekinetic and
telepath. Yeah,
yeah, just her overall powers, she could do more. You know what I mean? As she got older, like I don't
yeah,
know, I have no idea what's going on with the X-Men now currently. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even sure who the team is anymore. Um, but I mean, I'm sure it's probably not the original X-Men that we know of. But
no. Oh,
but hey,
Bobby.
at least we'll get to see X-Men '97 again this year. At some point this
Yes.
year, that'll be good.
No, it's gonna be good. I'm very
We'll
excited for
we'll
that.
get to resurrect our Monday shows for that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, finally. I'm like that's like the one thing I'm excited for Marvel is that, and yeah, a little bit of Spider-Man, Brand New Day. I have a theory. Like I don't know. I feel like people are not thinking clearly. I feel like she's not Jean Grey. This is a crazy theory, but
That's just some rumor I saw. I don't know
yeah,
how
yeah.
I don't know how valid it is at all. I have no idea.
I don't think it's real because
The guy who I saw the rumor from is that Drew Blurred, guy whoever that's been out of the Bleeding Edge before as a guest, and like honestly, he'll just say anything when he's doing
yeah,
his rumors or whatever. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
And
mean,
anything he hears one of the insiders on Twitter X say or whatever, he just immediately throws it up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I I don't think it's really tough. I don't think she's Jean Grey.
I get grabbing Sadie Sink because she's a popular actress right now, coming off of Stranger
As
Things.
Stranger Things, yeah,
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get the move to get her involved. You know what I mean? I just don't, see what character she's gonna. I just don't see her honestly being Jean Grey. She
she's too young, and
she doesn't even look like Jean Grey.
yeah, just I mean, the only thing she is Jean Grey is just the hair, but that's it. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like she's more like the Hope Summers and Rachel Summers, like child of Scott and Jean, like
Yeah,
that.
I could see her playing Rachel Summers.
Yeah,
They'd have to chop her hair off.
yeah. I feel that's who she's playing because the teaser trailers that we saw in the Avengers Doomsdays. Like it was interesting in those teasers that we saw like at least one kid, or like the theme of kids is
Rachel Summers was hot. Honestly, I thought she was hot. Like the way that they used to draw her in the comics or whatever, when you would barely ever see her. You know what I mean? In the X-Men, but when she would pop up, like at G and Scott's wedding, she was there. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's in a dress or whatever, And don't get me wrong, you know as well as I do that era of X-Men comics, that 90s, 80s era, they drew all of the X-Men women to look hot. Like all the female characters all had big tits and you know what I'm saying? They all
yeah.
looked, big asses, you know what I'm saying? Very curvaceous looking, you know what I mean? All of them did, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that's what
Jean did, Storm did, Rogue did, you know what I mean?
Psylocke,
they all had
Psylocke.
Psylocke. None of them had like small breasts. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't one of them that had like a B cup size bra or whatever. They were all like D, double D's, you know what I'm saying? Or like D bra size, size women. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and
You know,
I don't know, the artist, but Jim Lee, he did a good job of drawing those female
I mean,
characters.
Cyclops with her uniform that she used to wear, she was practically fucking wearing a bathing suit most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's my theory. I think Sayasik is going to be Rachel Summers or
Cyclops just hasn't been done well yet in film or
no,
like
no,
television or whatever. She's a great character. In all
yeah,
honesty, she's actually
no,
a great X-Men character that's not really ever been used.
yeah, no. I agreed. I'm not the biggest Cyclops fan, but I think he's an interesting character when you do him right. I mean, X-Men '97 did a great job with Cyclops. I mean, he was badass in that.
No, Cyclops, not
Psylocke.
Cyclops.
Oh, Psylocke.
Psylocke
Psylocke. Oh my god.
that we were just talking about. Yeah,
Yes. No, yes. She hasn't done right in the X-Men live action films.
yeah.
Besides,
They've done Cyclops and all the X-Men stuff. Whether you liked it or not is you're within your personal purview. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you just said, they finally did a really good job with X-Men '97. They made Cyclops look real good.
yeah, exactly.
And I like that. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of just an asshole in the Fox films.
Oh, yeah, and he's kind of there. Just
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
foil for Wolverine. So I don't know. The
But they,
Fox movies are still
they don't really express his leadership properly. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give that props enough. Like or do at least in the original Fox films. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like they really demonstrated how much of a leader he really is.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. I mean, like you saw it just briefly in the first one, and then like the second, he was kind of just was kind of like brainwash, and then the third one, he was just completely kill off by Jean Grey.
Yeah, because in the comics, like Cyclops was the leader. Like you know what I'm saying? Once the team left the mansion and went on missions or whatever, it was all on Cyclops. Like Professor
Yeah,
Xavier wasn't involved in the decision making or anything like that. It was all Cyclops or all you know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah,
or it would be Storm.
yeah. Storm, or either like Storm was the leader.
Storm was second in command. She would step in for Cyclops. You know what I'm saying? If he couldn't lead or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Either
And,
Cyclops.
and she led the team for a while too. She did.
Yeah,
For whatever reason, something happened, and you know what I'm saying.
yeah. It was
Cyclops disappeared for a while. He took off. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
yeah. It was during the Dark Phoenix saga. After that happened, he left the team, and then like Storm took over in the X-Men run during the '80s. So
Yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah, and I think she actually stayed the leader for a little bit, even when he came back. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he went over to X Factor.
Yes, yeah. When X Factor was created, that's when him and the original 5 X-Men members team up again, and
Yeah, yeah. So Storm stayed the leader of what was left of the Uncanny X-Men.
yeah, yeah. It was just Wolverine,
Colossus.
Colossus, Psylocke at that point, Key Pry, and then who was
Probably
it?
Rogue. Probably Rogue
Yeah,
by then.
yeah. Rogue at that point, she was already X-Men. After she left for like Mystique's Brotherhood.
Yeah,
You
it was
know?
in the '80s that Rogue came over to the X-Men.
Yeah. So that was the team we got right there because Gambit became like layer, towards the end of the like 80s and then through the 90s.
Rogue is the best character. If you're gonna like introduce an X-Men character, a female X-Men character into the MCU, Rogue is the best character, I think. You know what I'm saying? That's who I would go with.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's a good question. Like,
She's like a very likable character. You know what I'm saying? She's got the whole Southern accent going on. You know what I mean?
yeah, and she was pretty much not like she was useless in the X-Men trilogy. They
Oh
didn't
well,
do
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. We talked about that before. That was just horrible.
Yeah, so
To this day,
I
I still don't know why they had to do that to her character like that. It was fucking horrible.
why in X-Men 3
They
or just
but they butchered like her like what she is. As a superhero. You know what I mean? They took away all her powers and everything. Like
oh, I mean that makes makes sense. Like I didn't know she took Captain Marvel's powers. Like I think that was gonna be
they didn't have to make that happen to give Rogue her powers. They could have done
that's
something
true.
else. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking the other day.
They didn't have to just make her fucking like completely fucking benign as a character
No,
like she was. She was like nothing as a character. She was just there to be like this like damsel in distress Wolverine's little buddy or whatever, like
yeah, no, I agree. I think what they could have done was that that could have been her secondary mutation that she now can fly and all that. Like that.
yeah, they could have done something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They really stripped away her abilities. I mean, they took away her super strength. They took away all her Captain Marvel powers.
Yeah.
Everything she got from Captain Marvel, she lost.
True.
I'm not even sure what the only power she actually had at that point was her touching ability, where she could steal people's memories and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. And she did absorb some of the mutant powers too, but it was temporary.
Yeah, briefly she could temporarily.
Briefly,
Yeah.
But like in the comic books, like even that they like expanded that power. Like she can use it by force and all. Like it's complicated. But yeah. So I'm very curious. I mean, I heard. I hope this is true. Next week or this week now. Coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, we get the trailers of Spider-Man: Brand New Day and Doom Part 3. So I hope that's true because I do want to see these trailers. So
yeah. I mean, I guess
I mean, I'm excited for Doom Part 3. I will say that I'm excited for that.
The Doom 3 trailer?
Yeah, I'm excited
Why?
for that.
Why is that actually supposed to be coming out?
Yeah, this year, December.
Yeah. Oh, is that when the film comes out?
Yeah, and it will be based
on. Oh
on.
yeah, I knew Doom 3 was coming out. Yeah, I just didn't know exactly when.
Yeah, it's coming out the same month as Doomsday.
I know. It's based on the next book in the novels.
Yeah,
Messiah, Doom Messiah.
Yeah, Doom Messiah, and I'm excited for that.
I know what that's about from studying from that Quinn's Ideas YouTube channel or whatever. He's done some extended 2-hour long breakdowns of that novel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's very interesting.
Yeah. I briefly heard what the novel is about and very intrigued how the director is going to adapt it. But yeah, so I'm very excited for that, and I'm happy to see Spider-Man in the more grounded street level.
What's crazy is how they can manage to fucking make these Doom films this quickly. Yet it takes 3 goddamn years for shows like Severance and fucking Monarch and what I'm saying, House of Dragon and shit like that. They need 3 full years and shit like that to put new seasons out of their shows.
I know. I mean, again, it's a trend. I don't know. I mean, it used to be actor schedules and then some other things.
It's really not positive at all.
No.
In all honesty, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to stay locked into a TV show when it takes 3 full years for a new season to come out.
Yeah, I agreed. Like, oh my god, yeah,
it doesn't matter how good it is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was just shocked. What was going to be like? Yeah, it's going to be like two years since we had the House of Dragon season 2, and the new one's coming out this year.
Yeah.
I mean that's short, but again, it wasn't like 3 years like the first one and the second.
Oh yeah, 2 years is a lot better than 3 years.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of crazy.
I can digest 2 years. I can handle that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay, let's stuff the screen. Yeah, yeah. I'm very excited. When those projects come out, hopefully the trailers look good because like the rumors are just getting crazy for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah, I heard that.
It seems like there's a lot of different stuff going on in that film.
Yeah. But I'm very excited. I mean, I'm happy to see some characters like finally they're doing Scorpion, which is good. Paying off his appearance from Homecoming, and I like this character because I see him from the other animation shows, and of course we saw him in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Tombstone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Scorpion's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Scorpion. I'm very excited for. Tombstone. I'm like really excited because he's a good character. I liked him. He can be like a really great villain. If you've seen the 90s and the spectacular.
I like Tombstone. Why is Tombstone supposed to be in the Spider-Man film too?
Yeah, Brand New Day. He's gonna be probably the main villain, which is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I think they're gonna take the spectacular Spider-Man version where he was like the crime boss, just like Kingpin. So if they do that, that's like a cool way to get a crime boss. So nice.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, you could do that with him.
Yeah. And it was good in the Spectacular Spider-Man. Great cartoon show. Amazing. One of the best Spider-Man shows.
I used to collect the Spectacular Spider-Man comic book back in the day.
Oh, really?
That was one of the 3 Spider-Man titles that used to come out regularly. You had Amazing Spider-Man, just Spider-Man. Like the solo title. Spider-Man, which was like the newer one. That came out at one point. And then you had Spectacular Spider-Man that had been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
And then there was Web of Spider-Man. I heard about that one too. There was Web of Spider-Man. Yeah.
That one, yeah.
There was a lot of Spider-Man, bro, at one point.
Oh my god. Like it's the same thing with Batman. It's like Dark Knight, Detective Comics, Batman, and of course it's Bat Family has comic books too. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. I used to collect all those fucking comics back in the day. I used to love Spider-Man. I used to get all of them.
Yeah. I totally agree. Okay, so can you see this now? Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right, let's get into Game of Thrones, sir. Let me just recap the first season, and then go from there. So in Game of Thrones, I listened to what you say in the chat or the private chat we have. Gets like a synopsis of the seasons. So like the first season of Game of Thrones, where we kind of follow Ned Stark becoming the hand of the king to Robert Baratheon, if I'm saying that right. Sorry. Navigating the deadly political intrigue in King's Landing. At the same time, Ned discovers, Cersei Lannister's children are essentially bastards because of Jaime, leading to the arrest and execution of himself, aka Ned Stark. Meanwhile, the Targaryens, particularly Daenerys, hatches 3 dragons towards the end of the series, and then Robb Stark leads a Northern rebellion at the same time. There's other stuff, but that's the gist of the first season. I think the first season was really good. I'll give it like a B.
Oh, is that how we're ranking them? We're ranking them by like letter grade?
I guess so. I can change that.
No. If you want to do it like that, I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me.
Yeah. So let's do it that way, because I don't know, I think just rate them how they established first off the storylines.
I would put season 1 in the A category personally.
Okay, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, because I thought the first season was probably maybe the best overall season of the show. Actually,
yeah.
But Ned Stark was a really good character.
Oh yeah, I love.
You know what I'm saying? And all the intrigue of the Game of Thronesian vibe going on in that season. You know what I'm saying? As the king dies, and
yeah.
And that actor was great too that played the king. You know what I mean? He was great.
Oh yeah, I love him. He's in a lot of movies I've seen. But he's really good. Yeah.
And you get a chance to get introduced to all the characters and everything. You know what I'm saying? The Starks and who's
Yeah, the Starks, the Lannisters, and
all the Starks are alive in that season.
yeah, yeah, and then like half of them die like slowly in the seasons to come. But yeah, and
No,
then
the first season was the only season I watched. Like when the show first came out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But for whatever reason, I did sit down and watch, like, when back then my parents had DirecTV. So
hmm,
I would have watched it on cable. So I must have watched it on HBO, and I did watch the first season. And then I stopped. I didn't watch it at all for the rest of the show until I watched it recently.
yeah, same here. So I was different from you. I only saw the pilot. That's like the only time I saw the show, and then I didn't continue like watching it, of course, because I wasn't a fantasy guy until last year when my mom got into this universe of Game of Thrones with House of the Dragon, and then we started binge watching. And I was surprised how good the first season
Yeah,
was.
House of the Dragon was my introduction to the whole thing too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Same here. Yeah, when I
That's
met
why
you.
that's why I really enjoyed covering the first season. The Cyber didn't want to do. You know what I'm saying? I did it on Sundays, just like this. You know what I mean? Like, but
Oh,
earlier
really?
though, like
Earlier.
7, 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? Start times.
Okay.
Because my guests didn't want to come on like at 9:30, 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? They didn't want
No,
to go
no,
that late
no,
on
no, no.
Sundays. But it was Renee, Loki's mom, that did them with me, and then like William would come over.
Mm,
And he did some episodes, and I had a couple of guests that just did that series. You know what I'm saying, for that season, that came on.
yeah.
And I had a lot of fun reviewing those episodes. I thought the first season was great.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I love the first season of House of Dragon.
It was
Um,
like superb acting, like the huge massive time jumps and everything, were like jolting, you know what I'm saying, to like experience, you know what I mean, as like a TV reviewer or whatever, you know what I mean? It was like, what the fuck? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I know.
It was like jarring to like go through, you know what I mean? And like, try to keep up with like the plot and you know what I'm saying, the characters and and like
Yeah.
talk about it in like a informative, you know what I'm saying, way, you know what I mean, entertaining kind of way, like make content about, on it,
Well, yeah,
um,
because
but it
even
was,
though,
but it was also creative as fuck and like cool and like had to be done. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
had to be
it was
done.
like a
Yeah, yeah,
necessary element that they had to do. You know,
yeah,
um,
yeah. I agree. Yeah, because
if they
yeah,
if they wanted to portray the actual like younger version of Ramirez or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and then the older version at the same time, you know what I mean, within the confines of the show, they had to have those time jumps.
yeah. I kind of agreed. I think I mentioned this to you before. Like, they shouldn't just have like a tile card that say like 10 years or 5 years, whatever the time jump was during that first season. Like, that could have helped them a lot instead of just like I like I haven't. It was
It
so
said something. There was
yeah.
something
There was some
on the screen that said like 11 years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Later, you know what
yeah,
I mean, or whatever.
yeah. Like I knew the time jump when
The one jump was fucking crazy because you go from like young Rhaenyra to all of a sudden like
adult
giving birth Rhaenyra. You know what I mean? Like
yes, yeah, I
like
know.
and having her baby stolen and everything and all this shit right from jump. It's like what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It was so funny and crazy.
So
Like,
bizarre.
yeah, it was so bizarre. The only time, like you, like
How
it
she
was,
gave birth, she just like spit the baby out or whatever.
it wasn't like she was like,
Yeah, it was. It was
oh my
fucking.
god.
It was brutal, bro.
You know what was funny? Like the fact that her, I guess you had to call her stepmother, Allison, asked for her to come and see her and like see the new baby. That was sick. That was like, what the hell is wrong with you, Allison? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Um,
Allison becomes like a pretty devious fucking cunt fucking type of bitch after a while. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and she only did that because her dad, Otto, wanted like so badly her like the side of the green to be the throne, right? And so
Well,
that's
yeah,
what
I
she
mean,
did.
whatever. I guess they reconciled all that shit last season, right? If I remember correctly, you know what I mean? Like, to some extent, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they've
I understand, but yeah,
like, they're on the same page now or whatever, but we'll see how that's obviously not going to last over for very long.
yeah, no. Oh, I need to show you the Game of the House of Dragon season 3 trailer. Anyway, um yeah, so yeah, I think first season was really good. We meet a lot of great characters. Littlefinger, very annoying, but he's a great character.
Yeah, little figure is prominent, the High Sparrow or whatever, the house, the Spy Master, you get introduced to him,
Spy Master, yeah.
um,
Um,
Khaleesi, her story starts, and
oh
she
yeah,
and she marries the Dothraki guy, and all
yeah,
that happens. You know what I'm saying? That's all important stuff.
yeah. I was surprised. Yeah, I totally forgot that Jason Momoa was
She's
in the first season.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You actually get to see the Dothraki sea and the
Yeah,
Dothraki country and everything, and all that.
yeah, yeah. That was pretty cool.
I just watched my dog go bury a bone. He's such a sneaky motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A whole fucking bone, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to eat, not to fucking
to eat
bury. You know what I'm saying?
Mary.
And he just like snuck by and fucking took that motherfucker out, and it's gone now.
That was gone now. Wow.
Yeah,
I love
he,
dogs. They
he
can
went,
stick
he
away.
went and buried that shit out in the yard, the fucking outside.
Wow. Dodger, Dodger. What a character.
That motherfucker. I know you buried that fucking bone, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
I saw you do it, you old
he just
bastard.
he's like, no, I didn't do nothing, Jeff. I just just needed my time with the bone.
Don't be begging me for fucking a bone to eat
Oh my god.
tomorrow or whatever after you fucking buried that one.
Oh god. Hopefully not. All right.
But
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Uh, Game of Thrones does some of the most brutal dog attacks on people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
see
yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah. The part in the when Ned gets betrayed by Littlefinger and his whole people get like annihilated in the throne room when Lannister Cersei didn't accept the her husband's wishes of having someone take over the throne instead of his son. And so like that scene was very brutal. And the part where Jamie had like what a couple of the night guards like attack Ned Stark's man,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah, that was pretty like brutal too. That one was like yeah.
yeah. It was tough seeing Ned go down. He was such a great character.
Yeah, but he did. That was the thing when I was watching that first season. It's
That was
like
some top notch acting from what's his name, Sean Bean or whatever.
Sean Bean, yeah, great actor. We review Lord of the Rings.
Great
He's in that.
casting.
Yeah,
Great casting of him. To play Rob Stark.
yeah,
Very important character to play. You know what I'm saying? Pull off.
and they nailed it right away.
Because the respect for him that like carries on in the show throughout the show for his children and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, like, it saves their lives at times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, and you relate to him. I like the scenes when he's with his kids, particularly Arya in the King's Landing. Those scenes were always my favorite. When she was trying, she was trained to sword fight, with that teacher, who was really good.
I mean,
Yeah.
the season one is one of the only times where you get to see like the kingdom like in harmony. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
everything
Just
is
like
actually things are actually working. You know what I mean? And like you're seeing a functioning like Westeros or whatever the fuck it's called. What is the capital city called?
King's Landing.
King's Landing. You have a functioning King's Landing where like the common people are okay. You know what I mean? Everyone's okay. No one's starving. Like there's no
Yeah.
brutality going on. You know what I'm saying? From the guards or anything. Or anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? And things are peaceful.
Yeah. Before the bad things happen. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of similar to like House of the Dragon season 1 too, like where King Stanley at that point too was like in harmony until like the Dance of the Dragons, and this too, similar where before we see like the various like houses trying to like reclaim the throne, which was like oh god, really
Well,
crazy war.
yeah, House of Dragon is more of like an internal conflict for the throne. You know what I mean? Whereas like Game of Thrones is a wide open, like battle for the throne. You know what I mean? Like with multiple players wanting to claim power. You know what I mean? More.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that. Yeah, because yeah, like Game of Thrones is more of like political like power that each of the characters want and control, and then yeah, you're right. House of Dragon is more internal
The
conflict because it's
strength
more.
of the strength of the different families and stuff like that in Game of Thrones is different than House of Dragon. You know what I'm saying? In the time periods.
Yeah, well, because we're mainly focused on the Targaryen family. That's the
Yes,
big difference.
yes.
The Targaryen dynasty. And that's the big difference. And that's a good point, Jeff. Yeah, because we're dealing with like other people. Yeah, we have the Targaryen, but that's like after their
Yeah,
time.
Game of Thrones is the time period where that period is finally broken. You know what I'm saying? And like obviously we never got to see any of it really, but there was the revolution or whatever, the absorption, or whatever of the throne from the Mad King,
Yeah,
with Rob and what's his name, the,
Jamie.
the king.
Yeah. I forgot his name, but
Whatever his
yeah.
name is, they fought, which
Er,
I'm sure those was probably some great battles,
yeah,
um,
yeah. Aaron Targaryen.
they showed
Uh,
some flashbacks of some of that stuff, some of those fights and battles and stuff like that later on in Game of Thrones. You saw some of that stuff, like a young
yeah,
Ned Stark fighting and stuff like that.
yeah. It was in what was it like in season 5?
It was
Yeah,
a
like
it was when what's his name was having visions, of like the past. Uh,
yeah, yeah. The one with the who
the
became
Stark the
the
Stark son that becomes the one-eyed crow or whatever.
yeah. Let me pull him up right now. I think it's this
Bran.
Bran. Yeah, Bran is the one that's going to be the one eye Raven. Yeah, that's going to be part in the series. But yeah, so yeah, so first season is really good, very awesome. It develops the characters. I still love the first season. I will definitely agree on an A. So now let me get to season 2. Because I I I don't know what you thought of this, but like I personally think season 2 is not as good as the first season.
I can't remember exactly what happens in season 2.
Yeah, so season 2 was like the War of the Five Kings. So after, Robert's death happens, so like obviously uh the guy from the Eternals, Rob Stark, starts his
Oh
like
yeah,
battle.
he builds his army. Yeah, for the
Yeah, he
North.
feels a zombie. But like he loses memento, and then we see Robert's brother, Stannis, trying to attack the
Stan
king's land.
Baratheon. Yeah,
Yeah, Stannis and Brad,
he
and
he becomes a relevant character for the first time.
yeah,
Melisandre gets introduced.
yes, yeah, and here we see the magic here, and like we see of course Tyrion, played by one
That's
from
right.
the
We see her use the blood magic to have Stannis murder what's his name, the gay.
King, that was like the
Yeah,
brother of Robert. Yeah, so we saw that, and we you know this is where we see like the Battle of the Black Water,
and
and
what's her name? That one female character gets introduced because she marries that gay king. You know,
uh
um,
it was hold on, I'm pulling stuff up right now.
Marjorie or whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah,
The one that then marries Joffrey and then marries the other brother.
the other brother. Yeah, there's a lot of very. Yeah, so he assassinate. I'm just pulling up here. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to get the girl's name because she's really good. She's a great actress.
Oh yeah, that actress is great.
Yeah, yeah. You got it right. Marjorie Terrell. And then here we see Joffrey, becoming a king, and like he, you know, challenged his uncles for the throne, and like and I think during this time he learns that, or like, because
I think they make Peter Dinklage. Don't they make him his hand?
yes, he becomes the hand, and he helps, to hold off the army that
That's
attacks
right.
them
At
in
that at that
Vancouver.
at that one battle or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, another big thing about this season. I think we do see Tywin for the first time in this season, and like
Oh,
you
he
know,
actually really gets established.
yeah. I
Yeah, he's
think
an important character on the show. Yeah, he becomes an important character.
yeah. So we see that, and then the Starks are separated completely here. Like Arya is like capture and like you know becomes like
Is
a
this the season where Tywin sends what's his name to battle, even though the dwarf son or whatever, what's his name,
Tyrion. Yeah, like he.
Tyrion, and he makes him go fight,
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
and Tyrion like finds some savages to fight with or whatever, and
Him.
like
Yeah, the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning of season 2. Yeah, that
that was
happens.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was funny, and that was pretty cool. And like he somehow survived that battle, which was great.
That's how he got
Uh,
his scar or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, towards the end. That's yeah. And then after that, like
His dad is such an asshole. He just like sends him out to go fight, like randomly. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it because like he doesn't like what Tyrion is and like what happened to his wife, right? Because his wife died during childbirth, if I remember
yeah, yeah,
correctly.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense why he doesn't like Tyrion completely, which is sad because like Tyrion is a smart guy. I like him. Yes, he's
You can back then in like those days of like of the way shit was, like you could just hate your children if you wanted to openly. You know what I mean? Like like it didn't, like right in front of
yeah,
people. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck it.
yep, yeah, yeah. That is true. It does happen. Okay, what else? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Uh,
we've seen a couple of characters like Game of Thrones that have been like get, like told to go fuck off by their dads. You know what I mean? Like uh
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is always funny when they say like "fuck up." It's like, oh, like, that's
go
how the love is.
go be on the wall, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Poor Rod, poor John, and his friends. Oh God. What else? This is important because the season finale of season 2 does give us the army of the White Walkers, which becomes a big thing from
Oh yeah,
season 1.
that finally becomes a thing.
Yeah, because in season 1, like you do briefly see them in the pilot, but you don't see them like completely, and then they get teased during the first season. But this season is where you see the full army.
I'd probably put season 2 in like the D category. You know what I'm saying? If there's one season that I would put in like D, you know what I mean? It'd be that. It'd be that. You know.
I
Um,
agree.
I
I
don't know. I don't know if there is this. Like the only season that I would put E in would be the final season.
Yeah, I should put F. F. Let me change that. Just make it. Yeah. Give me a second here. Let's just put the
No,
F.
I'm using it as like a grading system. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like A is for like the A rated seasons. You know what I'm saying? B is
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
the B rated seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like and
Yeah.
then
B's mid tier. Yeah.
yeah, C is for the C rated seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I'm interpreting it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly. I agree. Season 2 is a D. I mean, it has its moments. It has good moments, like the Battle of the Blackwater, and there's funny moments. But as a season, it's kind of like I don't know, kind of there.
It doesn't
You know,
really have any of the open battles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And those are really important to I think that those battles really make a difference. When seasons have those. Or
Yeah.
big events like the Red Wedding and stuff like that don't happen until season 3, right?
Yes. Yeah, which we'll get into because that's the reason why season 3 is so high is because of that. Yeah, because like I don't remember what other twist that happens this season. It's just like a very like straightforward kind of political like
Season 2 is just things are kind of are being established, sort of. You know what I'm saying? You
yes,
still got a lot of
yeah,
you've got Khaleesi really hasn't done shit yet. You know what I mean? In season 2, you know what I mean?
season 2, yeah. She's
Her
like still like building her army.
her people are like suffering. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
They're out in the desert like starving. You know what I mean?
Starving to
Like
death. Yeah, like yeah, it was very funny. And then she's trying to get the slave army to like be her, main army and all that.
but she
And
hasn't really done that yet until like season 3.
Oh, really? Is that season 3? Okay.
You know, like she's added more slaves and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like, she hasn't like she hasn't gotten an army yet. She doesn't have the Unsullied. You know what I mean? And like all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Until season 3.
season
Okay.
3.
Okay. I did it. I thought it was this season, but okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's been a while. I didn't ever watch the, the seasons. There were so many episodes.
And the Unsullied are great.
Oh, they're great. I love them. And her friend, the lady chick, she's good too.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
in the Fast and
yeah,
Furious movies.
yeah.
I recognize
Her and the leader of the soldiers is good too. I like him.
Yeah, he's great. I was happy he survived. I was shocked about that. I was like, "Whoa, he survived!" Like towards the end of the season, I was like, "Wow."
He was a brutal. He was a brutal motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he was.
He survived the long night, man. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Oh God. When we get to 8,
I got a lot of respect for anybody who survived the long night.
yeah. I was so sad. Who like the many like characters that died? Like, oh my God, it was so sad.
In all honesty, a lot of them lived. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Some of the major ones live. Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
and
I was surprised that fucking the Kingslayer survived. I thought for sure he was gonna die in the long night.
oh yeah.
You know,
With
not the Hound, the Kingslayer. What's his name?
Jamie. I
know Jamie Lannister. Yeah.
Jamie, yeah.
For sure, I figured if anybody was going to go down, it was going to be him.
Yeah.
Because he put himself right in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? The whole battle. You know.
Yeah, I kind of wish they did that because I didn't like his death, and well, I don't know, like
it would have been a more honorable death if he would have died in the long night.
Yeah, because I don't know what I feel about his ending with going to his sister and then like getting killed by the breed of the castle and whatnot.
Yeah, that was kind of a lame way to go down for him as a character, you know, because I had a lot of respect for him by the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love him. He was a great character. Like
he really evolved a lot as a guy. You know, like throughout the show. You know, as a character. You know, like
as a character. Yeah, and I like his relationship with the tall girl.
I thought she died in the long night. At one point, she's screaming or whatever in that one scene. You know, like, and I thought for sure she was done.
Yeah. I thought she was done too, but thank goodness because she's great. She's a great.
I think she was just screaming at the horror that fucking was the situation she was in.
Brianna. That's
Brianna of Tarth.
Yeah, Brianna Tarth. Who is a great character. Love her.
She's that actress is in Severance.
Oh,
I think
yes.
season 2. Severance.
Yeah, she's in season 2. I remember. Yeah.
I haven't watched season 2 yet, but I'll be seeing her soon.
Yeah, I heard good things about her in that season. She's
that show is something else, man. I'm telling you.
Really?
Yeah. I've been telling you, dude. It's good.
It's good. Okay, that's good. Because after we get complete with Legacy of Monsters, I'll definitely jump in and watch Severance.
It's very very watchable. Very 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 hard to not watch it once you get started.
Oh, that's cool.
It really pulls you in.
Yeah, that's what my friends told me. They love it. Oh my God, they told me so many times, like, you need to see it. You need to see it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, and this is for me. I see her in Wednesday. She's great in that show. When she was a character there.
Oh yeah, I've never watched Wednesday.
Yeah, yeah, she was a good character. Like her, she was the best thing about that show. And yeah. I'm a big Addams Family person, so I thought the show.
Yeah, I know you are. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know me. I don't watch Netflix. I really don't. I have it, and like I watch Stranger Things, but like other than that, I've just never been the type where I've ever really been a fan of their original programming. I just never, I've always relied on HBO and what I'm saying, Disney Plus, and that's now Apple, AMC, and what I'm saying, like that's so like honestly, I've never been. I tried to get into Orange Is the New Black. I couldn't get into it. I didn't really understand why anybody really liked it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That was my take on it, and then I never watched the Kevin Spacey one that they made. I never saw that.
House of
Cards. Supposedly that was the best show they ever made,
Yeah, I heard it's just like every show. It was good for the first 3 seasons, and then obviously it went downhill when Kevin Spacey got fired, and then yeah, I heard their finale was not good. For obviously reasons.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah,
Spacey was trying to make a comeback like a year or two ago or whatever.
yeah, yeah. It was yeah,
It didn't
like
go anywhere.
yeah. I mean, no one wants him, so that like come on.
Yeah, whatever
Like,
whatever crazy shit he did, nobody wants to fuck with his ass anymore.
yep, exactly. Okay, yeah, I need to get
We
into.
talked about that one night on fucking middle age movie reviews.
Oh,
The
really?
shit,
Oh,
the,
for the usual
the shit,
suspects.
the shit that Kevin Spacey did. Like
Yeah, I mean,
he did some crazy shit.
I he did. It was
He
crazy.
like he like jerked off right in movie theaters, like right in front of people and shit like that or whatever. And like
Oh my god.
force guys to give him blowjobs that didn't even want to and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like made them. Like
Yeah,
guys that weren't even gay were like giving them blowjobs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh, did you hear the crazy cult culture?
Think about how fucking crazy that is.
Well, yeah, it is crazy. Did you know it was this weird thing? People thought like he was gay, but like it was never like.
I never really thought about it, to be honest with you. Back in the day, it never occurred to me. I just assumed that he because I would see him like like TV with women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
like at movie premieres or whatever. Or the Oscars or whatever the fuck it would be. I mean, I see him with women. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just assumed that he was with women. And he was
yeah,
straight.
yeah. Same here.
I think that's the image he kind of portrayed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the movies he was in, like he was like
Yeah, he
always
always
like
played straight characters. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he always had wives and girlfriends, and you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It was so weird after he got out of it. It like
I think the Hollywood that he got into really was
mhm.
not like a pro homosexual Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? At that time, to be
No,
fair,
no, no,
you know what
no,
I'm
not
saying?
at that time. Yeah,
And to be successful and get work and like whatever. I think he kind of did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's not the first male actor that's never ever done that. You know?
no, and like look what happened to she's been canceled, but like Ellen, when she came out in her show, like it was like whoa, like
Well, it benefited her to come out, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying? Because of the timing of it, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it was acceptable, you know what I mean? More acceptable, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's true.
And it was Ellen, so who really gave a fuck? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Her show was terrible.
Yeah, I haven't. I only
It was
like
terrible.
it was that terrible. Okay,
Oh, it was bad, bro.
all right. Well,
Just
I haven't
imagine
seen it.
a TV show all focused on Ellen. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
I mean,
bro.
it's true. It's true. I mean, they made a sequel of Finding Nemo to focus on her character Dory. So I know, but
Yeah, her
yeah.
TV show was not good, bro.
Oh yeah.
It was
Okay.
it was not successful or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like her coming out or whatever was the only eventful thing that ever happened with her show. You know what I mean? And that gave it a
Sure.
bump or whatever. You know what I mean? But like but that didn't change the fact that it was not a great show.
Ugh. I,
Just
I
just the premise of it overall, like and the other actors that were on it, everything. It was not a great show.
yeah. No. I mean, it was another show that was like focusing on like a person, just like
It,
Seinfeld, and
yeah. It was that
King of the
'90s 2000s theme that people were using back then, where you would literally just have a show like based on a real life person
person.
almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost.
And that
Like
would be the
every
focus of the show.
yeah, like Everybody Loves Raymond, George Lopez. Yeah, yeah, it was one of those shows. Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
no, that nobody's making that premise is played out now. Nobody's doing that anymore.
No, no, that yeah, like after like 2007, that just became not a thing now. Um,
Yeah, I mean, Everybody Loves Raymond was all right. That was an okay show. That was a watchable show.
yeah,
Uh,
I liked it. I mean, it
I
had these moments.
I used to like the King of Queens.
Oh, that's cool. I like the King of Queens. It was a good show. I love that. I just love it because of Ben Stiller's father, because he was so funny in that show.
I gotta watch my dog because for some reason he likes to go on my couch and like scratch it.
Scratch it. Oh
He
my god.
scratches the fucking futon that I have. Like, he goes on
Oh.
top of it and scratches the leather, the material.
All right, let's get into season 3 before your dog does any of these stupid.
Oh, he's okay. I just gotta pay attention to his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully Dodger behaves. Okay, let's get into season 3. So, yeah, something happened. So the synopsis of this is we're still doing the War of Five Kings. It reaches like a devastating turning point, literally, as the House of Lannister solidified its power through political maneuvering and betrayal. So this season is where the Red Wedding happens, where Robb Stark, his pregnant wife, and his mother are betrayed and murdered by Frey and the Bolton, and during the wedding at the twins, and this effectively ends the Northern Rebellion. And then this is where so Daenerys, Targaryen, it goes in the Slaver's Bay, travels to was it
Okay, yeah,
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 Astor's.
yeah. She hooks up with that black guy. Yeah,
Yeah, where she outwits the slave masters to require and free the Unsullied army. As you were saying for this, so this happens in this season, and
yeah.
she later like conquers the Yankee and earning the title Mesa, which is like translating to mother from the free slaves. And then and during this season, I just want to point out this is where Jon Snow goes undercover, where he infiltrate the Woodley army that like are over the wall, and this is
Oh
where
yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
this is where she
That's where he meets the chick that he's actually married to in real life.
yeah, the redhead, and that's sweet. I like her. She was a great character too. Ygritte, I think is her name.
Yeah,
But he portrays the willingness to return to the Night's Watch, and of course, getting shot by his lover as the arrows like he escapes. And then this season is where like Jamie and Brianna are like going to King's Landing, and this is the season where he's captured and his hand gets cut off by this character named Locke, and this is where we get the great relationship between Jamie and Brianna during this season, which is great. And then the King's Landing politics here, where so Tywin like assumes the role as the hand, so he
yeah. That's when Ariana actually works at the castle there for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
As like a servant.
Yeah, and so during this season, so like he forces Tywin to marry Sansa Stark, and then Cersei is like betrothed to was it Tyrell, which she kind of is against. And then after this, you get Theon's torture. This is where we see Ramsay Snow for the first time, where he tortures him. He like criticize him, showing a bit of his, private part to his family, which was hilarious. Excuse me.
Pretty brutal, yeah, pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Like, and the way he suggested that with the big, sausages, I was like, oh my god.
The way he turns him into a dog and everything, basically, and all that shit is crazy, bro.
Oh my god, I know.
I mean, he deserves it for what he did to the fucking to Winterfell. You know what I'm saying?
Last season, yeah, he betrayed them. He betrayed Robb. Yeah, I mean, I was happy he got captured, but yeah, this was going far.
Oh yeah, watching like just blatant torture and shit like that is fucking rough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you're actually when that shit's actually happening, you don't want to see that actually happening to people. You know what I mean? Like
No, yeah. So
plus Theon ends up being an all right guy by the end. You know what I mean? So like
yeah, at least
he redeems himself.
Yeah, at least he protect Bran. In the tree, so at least he did something good. Just wrapping up this season, because there's just a lot. I just want to mention it. It's such a good season. The Beyond the Wall. This is where the wall gets kind of hit so hard because the Ninth Watch suffers mutiny at the Crester Keep, resulting in the death of the Lord Commander. Martin. Which we know his son that's with Targaryen, who is like the one that gets infected with the gray skin later on. Later in the seasons. And
the guy that's Khaleesi's guy.
Yeah, exactly. Who, which he's a great character. I love him. He plays Batman in the Titan show. But yeah, worst Batman, I have to say, unfortunately. So Samuel. I don't know. You like this character? I like Samuel, the chubby guy.
He's all right. He's one of the guys I was talking about, where his dad just said "fuck off."
I do remember that. That was like later in the other seasons when he meets his family.
Yeah, that's why he's on the wall. He's not really like some big criminal or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
No. No, he
He didn't.
just
He didn't. He didn't do some horrendous crime or something like that to end up on the wall. He just got sent to the wall because his dad don't like him.
yeah. So yeah, I was happy when his dad got
He like he
flamed.
he didn't impress his father enough. You know what I'm saying? As a son, you know.
With his
So
son,
like
yeah, which was sad because he was a fun character. He had his moments, and
he's a gentle guy, you know. And
yeah,
unfortunately, gentle guys like that are not like that world that they live in is not built for men like that. You know.
yeah, unfortunately. And last thing is Brand's journey, where he meets up the two kids that like know about the one eye raven, and they like help him understand his like abilities and his green sight, and so he decided to travel beyond the wall to find
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I'd put this season probably in the B category, I guess.
really okay. I I thought this was okay. I guess so. I like season 4 more. I think season 4 is a A. I will keep season 3 as B. Yeah, yeah.
Whichever season has the Heart Home battle, the is going to go in the A category for me that season. Whichever one
Hmm.
that is, 4 or 5 or whatever, where they have the battle of Heart Home
I
against
think it's
against the dead.
okay. It has to be in 5 when we get to it, if I remember correctly.
That's a great fucking episode, bro.
Oh no, it's a really great episode. Yeah, I kind of agree with B. Because the only thing like people remember this season is the wed wedding, and there was like other things that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like the red. But I mean, again, the red wedding is just an event that happened, at the end of an episode. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It was very, very intense and like surprising, but
Yeah,
it wasn't like some long drawn out thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it was for the best, and I thought the twist was really good, and I was very sad that the mom and Rob got killed, and the pregnant wife died. That's the other thing you brought up, brutal like a dog attack, like that was
Yeah,
whoa,
yeah. Killing pregnant women is fucking intense. Anytime you do
yeah,
that,
yeah, it was sad,
you know what I'm saying? That's
because
like that's a heinous crime to commit to fuck. You know what I'm saying? There's this
exactly,
one true crime case I've seen where this one fucking Australian guy fucking killed his brother's pregnant wife when she was like 8 months pregnant or something like that, like raped her and fucking killed her, you know what I mean, or whatever, and set the house on fire. You know what I'm saying?
of
Uh,
course,
and I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, like, that's fucking brutal, dude.
yeah,
Your own brother's wife.
yeah. I say that a couple times with the uh snap seasons.
You
um,
got the women that actually, you got them crazy women that actually cut women open and take their babies. You know what I'm saying? That's just
oh my
fucking
god,
that's fucking crazy, bro. You
yeah,
know, they drive around in their car with placentas and shit hanging out. You know what I mean? Like just hanging out, like right there, like right up in the open. You know what I mean? Like showing up in the hospital with some placenta. You know,
oh my god, that is crazy. All right, let's. Yeah, I don't know.
just showing up randomly with some baby, like I just gave this baby, I gave birth from the side of the road, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
and then it's really that he took she took the baby from the other
yeah, bro, it's
woman's.
fucking crazy, bro. The doctor like checks the girl out to like see if it looks like she's actually giving birth, and he's like, nope,
Nope.
she ain't had no baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like pretty obvious, you know.
Yeah, for real, dude.
For
You know what
real.
I'm saying?
Like,
You can't really
um,
fake birth. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
no,
bro.
yeah, and you have to be a good actor.
If you've
It's
ever
like,
if you ever experienced somebody giving birth like I did with my fucking, what I'm saying, last wife and shit, like you can't fake that shit, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh god. Anyway,
You
let's.
know, and be all covered in blood too at the same time. But it's not like around your like vagina. It's like all on your hands and like arms and shit. And your face. It's like where did that blood come from, motherfucker?
Yeah, yeah. It's probably like giving birth to my baby. I'm like, no, you probably like give you.
Like how did you give birth and bleed all over your face and hands and shit or whatever the fuck? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Is your baby alien? Is your baby is a devil?
Just got a rough birth or something.
Rough
Like
birth? Yeah.
what the fuck happened, bro?
Oh my god.
Did you have an intense birth, ma'am?
I I really want to see that in the television. It's like, what happened here to you? It's like I had a rough birth.
Oh, it's fucking bizarre when you actually watch them fucking bitches in the hospitals, like, on camera with the cops and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, I know the lies. Oh my god. Okay. So, yeah. One last thing. I was watching Snap yesterday, and it was very funny. This crazy chick, like she was a drug addict, and she was very estranged from her mom. Her mom became so very wealthy by doing some farm work, and she started having an affair of her mom's her, like
Oh,
the new
stepfather.
stepfather, and they had this plan to take the money away because she was already taking her money to like support her addiction, and then she gets a friend, and then the husband, the new husband, like it was a tow trucker, and so he had this like elaborate plan to go out to work like a Pacific week, and then they can take care of all the murder. It was so funny.
Oh, bury the
So it's like,
body and everything and all
yeah,
that shit.
well, they first beat her up, well, because she was stupid. She didn't have her gun to be loaded. By the way, like so, she had a gun that was not loaded.
Oh, you gotta have your gun's gotta be loaded if you're gonna commit murder.
Yeah, yeah. And so like they use some stick. Her friend used a stick to like take her down to the floor, and then it was so funny. She apparently the
Oh man,
daughter.
they beat her with a fucking stick. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ!
well, first the stick, and then the daughter grabbed like a cram bar, and then that was brutal.
Oh,
And
like a
then
crowbar. Oh
yeah,
fuck,
like after she was able to like get up, and
that's
then
fucking brutal, bro.
yeah, and then the final blow was the daughter came back to have like a proper loaded gun and shot her mom 3 times, which is crazy.
Oh, right in the head, I bet too.
Yeah, I mean they didn't. Yeah, it was yep done, and then they burn her by covering like a bunch of sheets and all that, like, and then
Oh, just set her on fire.
yeah, it was like
That's.
like
I mean, that is a halfway decent way to get rid of a body. You know what I'm saying? If you can actually get it to burn,
yeah,
um, you know, um, you still got to get rid of the bones. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's still gonna be bone left, but you can
no,
burn you can burn the body though. If you can get a good fire going.
yeah, that's true. And they were smart. They after the the ashes and like all that was like done, they pick up like the remains of like the ring or something that like could
Yeah, oh,
be
yeah. You got to do
so
that.
yeah, so they were smart. They got away from. So this crime happened in 2007, and then it it lasted until 2009 when like the
Oh,
case.
they managed to get away with it for 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, it was
What's
crazy.
what's crazy is when the cops actually know that like the wife killed the husband or something like that. Like they know it. You know what I mean? But it still takes them like 5 or 8 or
3.
10 years to actually arrest the woman. You know what I'm saying? And charge her. You know what I mean? For some reason, like they just
Yeah, no.
feel they just don't have enough evidence or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? But they
Yeah,
know that the woman did it. Or that the husband did it. They know.
I
But
know.
like they found the murder weapon right outside in the woman's car, right underneath her seat. You know what I mean? Like the next day they went and
Next
checked. It was
day.
right there. You know what I mean? Like that killed the husband. So they know who did it.
Yeah,
They found
and
his stolen car with like the stolen goods from the house right down the street from the fucking house. You know what I mean? Like just parked randomly in somebody's fucking driveway or some shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
come on, bro. That's
yeah.
sloppy.
I know. Oh, there was an episode where like something like that happened.
You
It was
can't
like,
you can't take the stolen goods from the house, put them in your fucking husband's car, and then just go drive one street away from the house and fucking park the car and think nobody's gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
yeah,
And then if you're trying to pull off a robbery murder, come on.
yeah. That's true.
You got to get rid of that car. It's got to disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't,
Like get rid of the car or like sell it or like
yeah,
I
it's
don't
got to
know.
go.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there's a couple of snap episodes that's like that. I'm like, oh wow, sloppy work.
Yeah, but that bitch, man, but they did not arrest her ass. It took them 5 fucking years to actually fucking charge that bitch, even though they had all that already.
Yep. No,
And
no.
there was no forced entry, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, No unlocked doors, nothing.
Yeah.
And even the way that the husband was shot was obviously fucking like from the back, like running away. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah. Totally crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. But for whatever fucking reason, it took him 5 years.
Oh. Yeah. No. We could talk more about crime stories another time.
She had to admit it to another guy while threatening his ass, like saying, like, I'll do to you what I did to fucking him. You know what I mean, or whatever. And that guy went to the cops. You know what I mean, and that's how they got her.
Yeah, same thing. With my story, I just tell like one of her friend her. So it was funny. Her friend that like helped the murder, she got like arrested for like an unspecific crime. She stole like an identity, so she wasn't illegally like in that state. So they're gonna deport her, and so she ratted out her friend about the murder, and so she gave all the like clear information and the affair and all that, and like they had enough to like arrest both of them. So yeah.
Yeah, isn't that insane, dude?
Yeah, I know.
Just because she finally admitted it to somebody, they fucking decided to charge her 5 years later.
Yeah, 5 years or 2 years, whatever. Yeah.
After she already got the life insurance policy and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I agreed. All right, let's get back to Game of Thrones.
And her dumb stupid ass burned her own house down too when it was going to get foreclosed on or some shit. She burned it down for the insurance
really?
money and got away with it.
Yeah, well, and my story was funny. Like,
but it looks suspicious as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it alerted the cops. Like they were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, same here. The police in the story like were suspicious with both of them because they were acting weird. Especially the husband. The husband, he didn't care like a fuck. He was just like a very cold.
Yeah, you gotta be smart if you're gonna burn your house down on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Season 4. Let's Game of Thrones season 4. So the war to fight Kings reaches a bloody climax as the major power shifts occurs in the King's Landing, and at the wall, and across the narrow sea. So major plot points here. We get another wedding that is famous, the Purple Wedding. This is where King Joffrey, the evil bastard son, finally dies. Thank goodness, hallelujah. He gets poisoned by what is it? The grandma of Tyrell because she was not happy that her granddaughter was going to marry King Joffrey, and so her and Littlefinger worked together to kill King Joffrey. And then this is where like Cersei immediately blames Tywin, her own brother, leading to his arrest and had.
And Sansa, they blame Sansa too.
Yeah, Sansa, but then Sansa, because Littlefinger, that's another thing that's interesting about Littlefinger. Littlefinger loved her mother, and he's obsessed with Sansa, which is weird.
Yeah, he's got like a really creepy crush on her. Yeah.
Yeah, and so he was able to take her away and escape from King's Landing, where Tywin unfortunately gets a trial and escape. Oh, this season he gets a kangaroo court where his lover Shay betrays him, sadly, and then of course this is where Tywin demands a child by combat. No one helps him, except for this champion of the Martell.
Pedro Pascal's character.
His first appearance. I was like, I know he comes up when it's happened, and it's gonna happen. And when season 4 happened, I was like, oh, he's here. Yeah, and so he becomes the champion.
Oh yeah, he's a great character. He's like all like bisexual and everything,
Bisexual,
like
yeah, like he's a player.
Swings both ways,
Ways.
Hangs out in the whorehouses.
Yeah, it's so cool. I love him, and yeah, and
him and his wife or whatever are both like swingers.
Swingers, yeah. I love his wife. She's good. But yeah, so he gets killed. His death is famous from the season.
Oh, it's brutal. Yeah, the mountain kills him.
Yeah, the brother of the Hound kills him, and he gets killed too. But we'll see him again, resulting in Tywin's death sentence. But however, his brother, this is where I love Jaime. Jaime frees him before escaping the city. Tywin kills his lover Shay, and then kills his father Tywin in the bathroom with a crossbow. So goodbye, Tywin. Then we get the Battle of Castle Black, where Jon Snow leads the Night's Watch in the desperate defense against the massive Whittling army. And
That was a great episode.
yes, that was a great episode, one of the best in Game of Thrones.
I love the when the giants rush the gates. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh my god, and like one of his friends like did the sacrifice and like helped to just defeat that giant was crazy. They had like what big elephants too there that moment, and yeah, crazy battle here. And then, but during this battle,
they were scaling the wall. You know, like that
oh
shit was
yeah,
crazy watching them do that shit, bro. So dangerous.
I know it was so crazy. They did it, but it was fun. Yeah, so we get that, and obviously
Didn't the Gret make Jon Snow like fucking scale the wall for a while at one day or some shit?
yeah, it was back in last season, when he was still like with them, and they had to climb up to see like how to like infiltrate the wall, and so
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so that happened in last season. This season we just see like the army doing
The
that.
wall is fucking enormous, bro.
I know, and it was crazy when was it season 8 that we saw the Walker using the dragon to like blow it down. Was like wow, it's crazy. Yeah, so just wrapping up that like the battle, because John Slover gets killed during this battle because the kid kills her, who wants revenge because his family got killed by the Wildling people. So the Watch is openly saved by its surprise rival, Stance Baratheon's army, uh, which has become important next season. And then just wrapping up, we get Daenerys going into the capital city of Meereen, which is a slave city. And she finds like really more difficult than she kind of expected. So she forced to change her dragons during this season. And then was it Rhaegal and Rhaenyra in the capitals after the third dragon Drogo kills a child, which I remember this, and then she discovers that uh Gerard Marmont was once a spy and exiled him. That's the one that she like falls in love with him.
Yeah,
And
Jormont. Yeah,
Dormont, and so he gets exiled.
she
And we
doesn't
see
fall in love with him. No,
no, what do you call it? Like a mutual respect for him, right? Like they have like a cute
yeah,
relationship.
she's never romantic with him.
Yeah, it's weird, but it seems like it. But yeah, just wrapping up, the Stark kids' journey. So it's like Sansa, I said before, Littlefinger helps her escape in King's Landing, and then this is where I remember now. Like Littlefinger kills her aunt. Was it
He does. He throws her down the hole of the sky or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the Moon Door is as it's called.
Yep.
And then this season is where we get the iconic like Ariel Stark travels with the Hound, and this is where like the Hound gets the duel with Brianna, and of course Arya leaves him for dead and sails for Brathfields, where she kind of joins the faceless people. And then, of course, Bran Stark reaches to the legendary Heart Tree, and this is where he meets up with the Three-Eyed Raven. And we don't see him again at all in season 5. Like we see him again in season 6, which is crazy. So, all right, how we rate?
Yeah, I
season
would put that in the B category.
4? Okay. Huh.
A or B, something like that. You know.
Hold on. I'll put this behind A. Like I think is a A.
Okay, that's fair.
I think because there's just a lot. Like there was a lot of
A
things
lot,
I like.
a lot of things happen.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying? You know, there's a lot of movement. You know,
yeah, a lot of movement. I like.
there's a lot of stuff that happens at the wall. You know, Castle Black, everything. You know, and that's
Yeah.
all really good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
The trial and comeback is really good. I like that. Yeah, I think this season is top tier. I have to say. So, besides Jeffrey's death, like there's other things that happened to this season, which is good. Okay, let's get into season 5, and yeah, because like from 3 to 5 is where we have the like really good seasons. Um, like for Game of Thrones. So after that we enter the ship of power dynamics across Westeros and Essos too, combinate in several major character or deaths and massive cliffhangers. So like this is where like Jon Snow gets the leadership for like the Lord Commander in the Night Watch, and this is the season where he gets killed.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
because season 6 he gets resurrected. uh Despite he and this is where he we get the big like massive White Walker attack on the like the wilderness like location. That was really good. And then we see
Our
here,
home, our home, or
yeah,
whatever.
Hardhome. Yeah. So that was really great. And then during this time we see the stance Baratheon's fall. Despite he secure victory against the Boltons, the stance allows this crazy ritual to burn his daughter, which
Oh
was
yeah,
kind
that was fucking crazy, bro.
that was crazy. I was really not happy about that.
Yeah, I was really
Um,
pretty shocked that actually happened.
yeah, he was so desperate to like win the war, and like I don't know why he listens to the witch.
Yeah, Melisandre was pretty fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was really crazy. Yeah, and then like Sansa, like it's like this is
Burn,
where
watching your own child be burned alive is fucking crazy.
yeah, and the wife didn't do nothing, right? Like the wife, I think commits suicide like afterwards, right? I don't know,
I probably would.
yeah, yeah, like that's the thing, like it was a like a crazy thing to see, and I think she did get she did kill herself because I don't think she handled the death pretty well. Um, yeah, and just wrapping up the North and the Wall storyline, this is where Sansa like gets married by marries the crazy Ramsay Bolton at Winterfell, but she does escape after suffering from the like the brutal abuse. She escapes with the help of Theon, and the two jump from the council's outer
Yeah,
wall to the
after she
snow.
gets raped,
Yeah, yeah, that was the big thing I heard about this season was
which is
that.
brutal. Yeah,
Yeah, oh god, yeah, that
yeah,
was.
there was some women's rights groups and stuff like that were really not happy with that.
No, I mean, I didn't like the scene.
You know.
It was like too much.
Oh, I know it was very off putting. Yes, like very
Yeah,
not very not positive to what to experience or see at all. Yes, it was
yeah,
revolting.
yeah. So I was like, okay, I really want like the family kill, like Ramsey, because he was a really bad, like a really awful
Yeah,
psycho.
I mean, I watched that happen, but like I did not enjoy that part of the episode at all. You know what I'm saying? Like that was not positive for me. You know what I mean? I found it
Yeah,
repulsive, the whole thing. You know, it was like not cool.
yeah. So I just felt like that was pretty bad.
Even having to like act that out and everything. You know, I can't even imagine that shit.
Yeah, I no, it was pretty bad.
It's got it's got to be fucking rough. I couldn't imagine as an actor like having to be fucking Ramsey Bolton. You know, and like be that kind of sadistic fucking like piece of shit motherfucker like that. You know.
Yeah,
But that actor pulled it off, man. That did it. He did a good job.
yeah, he was good. I don't like he did a pretty good job playing a douchey
He
villain.
really he played a crazy, sadistic, fucking, piece of shit, type.
Motherfucker. Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
like
No,
that,
agreed.
that like enjoyed it. You know.
Yeah, it was so disappointment. Like I know you didn't see the show. I just know he was in this show. He played Maximus as the Inhuman brother for Black Bolt, and like he could have been a great Marvel villain. Um, if they did cool things about the Inhumans. But yeah. But
Whatever.
yeah, whatever. Who cares? I mean, I'm not into the Inhumans, so whatever. Just
Me
whatever.
neither.
Yeah, so all right, King's Landing. Let's get it back to that. So this season, so now remember this. This is the season where we get the Sparrows, the religious cult. So we see their power growing.
Yeah,
Because
I'm whatever about them about that element.
yeah, well, I because I because Cersei was so like I don't know what she was thinking, like to like empower this religious cult because it does backfire her because like despite the High Sparrow arrests the Terrell children, they arrested her because of her past sins. So it was like wow, and now I forgot this is the other famous thing about this season is like we see her being forced naked going around the streets, the walking the Tolman, and that's where we hear the shame, and yeah, we get that, and then this is where like her new hand resurrect the mountain. That happens in the season two. Uh,
which they never actually explain how the fuck they even are. That's even possible. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I like it was some liquid, some like
there's gotta be
some
some kind of dark magic, like, you know what I'm saying, like, or like, you know, something evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, to like,
yeah.
come on.
Well, so I see this from a couple of YouTubers that like go in depth with Game of Thrones, and I do agree with them when they say this series is so weird when they how they use magic. Sometimes they're afraid to go full on magic or they're like full on fantasy, but then when they want to do the magic, it's like conveniently for the plot, and like I hate that the show does that. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of it either.
yeah, like I know we put season two like to the D, but one of the like positives that I like about season two, like I like how they use the magic there than the other seasons. So it's I don't know, it's so weird what they do with this universe magic, but whatever. Um
I mean, they don't explain a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
yeah, yeah,
how the Starks are, are all able to like warg and shit like that with their wolves, and all that
yeah,
shit. You know what I mean? Like, and how that all works. They don't explain any of it.
yeah. And then there were things where like it was not there for the first time, like the witch, what's her name? Um
Melisandre.
Melisandre, she was wearing that necklace, right? Because we discovered
Yeah,
she's like old. That was
that's what keeps her young. Yeah.
yeah, that was not there in the first season. She popped up in season two. That was a new thing they just added in. So they
Oh,
need, yeah, it was funny. I was watching some Game of Thrones like YouTuber, and he was talking about the lazy logic or like thing they do that like never happened in the books. That was the one. I was like, what? It was true because she didn't wear those necklaces in season two. It was crazy. Anyway,
oh, I did not even notice.
yeah, yeah. I didn't know because they made such a big deal of it in the later seasons. I was like, wait, did she have that when she first popped up?
That actress is very attractive that plays Melisandre. I'll say that.
Oh, oh my god, yeah. She's beautiful. Love her. Yeah, I did like how she was. She deduced the king bastard, and to like get his blood to like make the spirit, the
Yeah,
scene where the black water becomes successful and whatnot. That was good.
she's all about burning motherfuckers up, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, like,
yeah. I That was one thing I liked. At least that kid survived, so that was good.
the god of light.
Yeah, the guy like, oh my god. Okay.
Which apparently is a somewhat prevalent religion, because you see it like in a lot of places, you know what I'm saying? People
Yeah,
practicing it.
yeah. No, that's kind of true. Um. Okay. Happened.
Although I don't think like Stannis' army probably did not enjoy watching fucking Stannis' daughter get burned alive. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm,
like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You gotta think about like, that reality too. You know what I mean? Like doing that right in front of the army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Later on that like some of the army did leave because they just did like they didn't want to take this anymore. So
No, I'd leave.
yeah, exactly. I will leave. Like I'm not gonna deal with this like bizarre ritual. Um.
Yeah, start
Yeah.
burning children alive and shit like that. I'm out.
Yeah. Same here. Oh my god. Yeah.
My
This.
my conviction to fight is gone.
Yeah. And like they were starving to death. Like they were in the
For real, it's
cold.
cold,
Cold. They were,
fucking
like,
snow.
yeah, I know. Like they had the perfect place to be at, like in the wall, and like they have food there. It's like kind of crazy that they took the risk to just go out there.
This season we could probably put in the B category. I think.
Okay, yeah, I gotta kind of agree with that. Um, Maybe I'll put this like here, like first B plus. Like I think this is
Okay,
because
okay,
like what do you think? Like
that's fair.
yeah, because I mean I like season three, but I think season five still has great moments. Like there's a lot of great twists in this season that I gotta say, and there's like uncomfortable things, but like I wasn't expecting them, So, um, uh,
Oh yeah, I mean that's Game of Thrones. Unfortunately, that's part of the experience of Game of Thrones is uncomfortable shit, having to see uncomfortable shit like people getting tortured and raped and what I'm saying.
yeah,
It's a very fucking like depressing reality that they live in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like even fucking like even like Night of Seven Kingdoms even like is like it's pretty brutal like
yeah,
time to live in.
yeah. No, that's the one good thing about Night of the Seven Kingdoms. They at least show that. Oh, it's pretty good. But yeah, I no no good season. Really like it. Let me just wrap up like major themes that happened in the series. Like Arya's training with the faithless man. Uh, it does okay, but like she finds one of the knights that I think kill her dad or something like that, and then she gets punished and gets like turns to blind like like magically, and then Tyrion meets uh Daenerys, because he gets kidnapped by Gerard, and this is where Gerard gets affected by I think the gray
The
skin.
grayscale,
Yeah, the
grayscale.
grayscale, and so like that becomes a major plot point in the next couple seasons. And then the major theme about Duran's storyline is the Sons of the Herb, another I guess cult. That like they want to like reopen the fighting pits and the slaves again, and yeah, and then this is where she gets captured again by the Thrak herd, the group that her first husband was in. So yeah. Okay, let's just get into season six, and this is where we get the last season for Game of Thrones. I have to say. Um,
What do you mean the
uh,
last? You mean the last good season?
yeah, I think this is the last good season.
All right, because you just said this is the last season, and I'm like, this isn't the last season.
No, 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 no. This is the last good season of Game of Thrones because
All right, well you got to stipulate that. Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm rereading major plot points here, sir. So I'm like need to bring this information for you to remember and like everyone to remember like what the hell is going on with these seasons.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, season six. This is where like the power is reclaiming like the significant shifts for the Stark, Lannisters, and the Targaryen houses are facing this season. So like, this season we see Jon Snow gets like resurrected. This is where we get the Battle of the Bastards. That's like I forgot this happened this season. So we get it in this season. A great battle,
Yeah, yeah.
like one of the best I had to say. This is where we at least get like Ramsey getting killed by his dogs, which was kind of cool. By
Sansa.
Sansa, that was really cool. And then of course we get Cersei's revenge and King's Landing. So she kills like because she was getting faced the trial. She uses wildfire to blow up the great like Baelier, killing the High Sparrow, Queen Margaret, and many of her rivals, including her her lover that became a Sparrow, because he gets killed by one of the kids, which is funny. And following the death of her last surviving child, King Torment, because he committed suicide after the explosion, she crowns herself into the king of the seven kingdoms. So that's what happened. And yeah, then after this, Daenerys, gets captured by her husband's or her late husband's group, and she burns the leaders. She gains the loyalty of the entire three Attic herd, and then she returns to the slave city. She defeats the masters of the Sun Herbs fleet with her dragons. Finally, sets sail for Westeros. Finally, she goes to Westeros and like wants to reclaim the Iron Throne. And so she, has the massive alliance of the Unsullied, the Thriac, the Ironborn, the Tyrells, or the Tyrells, the Tyrells. Sorry, and then the Darnish forces. And then we beat up again with Bran. He's still training with the Three-Eye Raven, but he is experiencing the visions of the past. And this is where he learns that Jon Snow is the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen. So like he's a half Stark and a half Targaryen. So very fascinating. And then he learns that the children of the forest created the White Walkers as well, and we see more White Walkers here in this season. And then just wrapping up, Arya completes her training in Braavos, and she, after defeating that annoying chick in that group, she reclaims her identity as Arya Stark, returns to Westworld, where she assassinates the Frey as the revenge for the Red Wedding, and that's what happened to that season.
Is this the season? Is this the season where the one dragon dies and gets resurrected by the White Walkers?
That's in season 8.
Is that fight or that battle? No, that's not in the final season.
No. Are you sure? Wait.
No, because that's when they're out there on the mission to go find one of the dead to like bring to that meeting.
No, that's in next season. That's in next season. That's
okay,
not season. No, you're right. It happens in next season. They do it there.
Okay.
No, you're right. It doesn't happen this season. It happens next season.
This season you could probably put in the A category, sir, because it has the Battle of Bastards in it. A lot of shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree because we finally get like, okay, like you think is this better than 4? Well, yeah, I'll put it after 4. What do you think?
I don't. That doesn't really make any difference to me.
All right. Yeah. Well,
as long as it's in the A category, then that's fine.
Okay. All right. Whatever. We'll keep it that because I mean it's a good season. I like it. There's a lot going on for this season that I like. Really iconic stuff like the Battle of the Bastards. You say before, great, amazing battle. Definitely the top tier like battles for the Game of Thrones, and Cersei's revenge on like everyone is really iconic. Like it, like such a like the tensity, the build up to the explosion is really great. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and lastly, this is the last season we get the 10 episodes. So
that's true. That's very important.
Yeah, so I mean, like
the show's it's not the same when you don't get the full 10 episode seasons.
No, like that's so weird. Like I mean, you explained it really well. Like the show was getting expensive. Like they were paying, like they had to like pay a lot of money for the actors, right? And it just I don't know, like they had to cut down. All right, so
yeah, it became very expensive to make by the end. Yes, it did.
Yeah, and now we're in Game of Thrones season 7.
TV's different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Apple TV, like, throwing $200 million budgets at every fucking show they make. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, like fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like every show's got to be prestige television looking type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to be like Game of Thrones,
HBO. It's got to be like HBO type. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like level type TV shows. Every show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's their attitude. You know what I mean? It's pretty obvious when you look at when you start to look at their platform.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. It's so. That's what happened.
They're the only like besides HBO, as far as I'm concerned, Apple TV is the only other really super creative sort of producer out there. You know what I mean? Making high level TV. You know what I mean? Like high end television.
Yeah.
Like consistently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, not consistently. Yeah. I mean, still to this day they're still consistent with shows, which is good.
Yeah, Apple TV doesn't get a lot of attention because there's only so many people that have it.
Yeah, I think they need like because they don't have like a big IP, like to bring more conversations besides like the more acclaimed shows like Severance and all that. Like I don't know, like they need like a Game of Thrones show or something like that to add into their library and conversation, right? So
well, I mean,
I don't know. Like
Game of Thrones is kind of a one-off kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like to reach that level of popularity. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That show had. I mean,
yeah. Yeah,
You,
I don't know. Like,
you can
I
go
mean,
on you can go on YouTube and see the videos of people in bars, like attending bar like events, for the episodes. You know what I'm saying? Like big watch parties. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
watch
know,
parties. Yeah,
for the episodes. Like that's how popular the show was. You know what I mean? Like bars would have
yeah.
YouTube channels and like be putting up videos of like people their patrons watching
They're
Game of
just
Thrones.
watching Game of Thrones. Yeah, yeah. I remember that. That was a big deal.
They had they put the final episodes or whatever like on out in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. Yeah, no, no, it was a big deal. I mean, this show was a big deal. Like a lot of watch parties and like everyone coming together to see the episodes. Yeah,
there was a whole musical tour like with the orchestra and everything that did their music for Game of Thrones. Did like a tour. Like
yeah, I
multiple
remember that.
tours.
Yeah, yeah, it did happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, those were the good days.
They had like Game of Thrones the musical, basically. Basically almost. You know,
I'm
where
surprised.
they'd have like a big screen, like a big projector, and like they'd be showing like scenes from
Yeah,
the show,
show and
while
then
at the same time the orchestra's playing the music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I seen that with like other things. Like you see that with other composers, like Danny Elfman with the Team Party film.
I've seen it with Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, oh wow, that's cool. Yeah,
I've seen concerts where they've had like the music for the Battlestar Galactica at like concerts, and people are there like freaking out, to the music,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, they do that too with movies as well. Like last year when Draws had his 50th anniversary, like they like showed the movie and then John Williams or like the composer did the Draws score, like that. Yeah, yeah, it's a common thing. I really want to go try it one day because it's cool. Okay, so season 7 of Game of Thrones. This is where it consists of 7 episodes. So just remind people about this. Now, this is where like the conversion of the show's major plots is happening now. Now, the Great War against the Dead begins now. So, as Jeff said before, yes, this is where like everyone starts to know about the dead. So Daenerys arrives after like finally after 6 seasons to say that like maybe I want the Iron Throne or not. No. So she finally arrives in Westeros by establishing her base at her ancestral home, the Dragonstone, which was kind of cool. And then despite Daenerys' superior forces, Cersei and Jaime Lannister managed to dismantle her Southern allies. This is the Tyrells and the Mantles early in the season. Unfortunately, this is where we lose the grandma Tyrell. She commits suicide, like honorable death, and she does tell Jaime that she's the person that killed Joffrey. So we get that. Um, Also, this is where like Daenerys leads her like army and her dragon to like loot the Lannisters forces in the massive field. This is where uh the chubby kid's father gets killed here. Well, next season, after he doesn't go over to the other side. Then then here we get the Winterfell reunion like area, and Brianna returns home to the Winterfell, and they renew with Sansa. And then this is where we lose Littlefinger. So Littlefinger gets killed. He's done because he's now exposed for his crimes, and he gets executed, which is good. And then Jon Snow travels the Dragonstone to seek like Daenerys' help to like against the White Walkers. That's the thing. Although they clash, they form an alliance and then a romantic relationship, which that's just typical Game of Thrones. Uh, yeah, and this is where here they go to the mission beyond the wall to prove like the assistance of the army of the dead to Cersei, and yeah, they lost one of the dragons. And this is where the Night King, the main leader of the White Walkers, like resurrect Rhaenyra and with the ice with his abilities and like is an undead dragon, which is crazy. And then the wall falls in the season finale of season 7. And just wrapping up stuff like Jon Snow's true identity is revealed this season. Like I think what was it like Sansa knows about the truth here, like about his like heritage, like and his real name is Aegon Targaryen. So making him the true heir to the Outer Throne. And then Jaime like defects because Cersei reveals to him that she has no intention of helping fight the dead. So and instead instead the plans to use the Golden Company of Mystery to hold the South. Yeah, so that's what happened in season 7. Oh boy, what to place this season? Just
Uh, we could probably put it in C.
yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, it's just okay at best. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like
I,
they're preparing for the dead, like, and everything at Winterfell, and you know there's not a lot going on.
no, I mean, there's like I it's like they crammed so much going on this season. Like, no kidding. Like, you just get the half beginning of like the Daenerys army doing okay, and then they get like, well, first off, we get that new introduction to one of the Greyjoy pirate that like is crazy, and like he's like in love with Cersei.
That the whole yeah that one that whole side story is interesting. That kingdom.
Yeah,
That territory, the Greyjoy, deal. Um, but yeah, because there's a whole like battle like for like the leadership of like their clan.
yeah, which is really interesting. And this is where Theon becomes more likable and try to redeem himself. Um, during these parts, but he's
Yeah,
still scared. After what happened to him and all that.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and again, the cutting of the 10 episode thing does not help the season. Like, it's like you cannot do 7 episodes and do all this big storylines. I
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, and like, I, you know, I we discussed this with the Disney Plus shows. You cannot do 6 episodes, and like it's crazy. The next season is the 6 episodes.
No, I'm not a fan of the 6 episode seasons of shows at all.
No, like yeah, it's just like, why? Like, this, they were just rushing to wrap up the season, and that was the problem. So yeah, final season.
Like United Seven Kingdoms was too short.
Yeah, like they're still doing that. Like, like, yeah, Night of the Sanctiments could easily be 8 episodes. That's fine. Episodes is good, but I don't know. But
Well, sometimes HBO will do that. The first season will only be 6 episodes, then the second season will be 8 or 10. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, Breaking Bad didn't have like a long first season. It was like yeah, 6 episodes or something like that. Um, let me check. See, because it's been a while. Um, sorry. Yeah, first season was 7 episodes for like Breaking Bad, and then later on, like from 2 to 4, it was like 13 episodes, and then fifth was like 16, but they split it to like 8 for like 2012 and then 2013.
Sure, I remember. Yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah, they did that with Better Call Saul too with their final
The
season.
Walking Dead used to do that.
Yes, yeah, Walking Dead did it. Yeah. Oh, the good days of Walking Dead. Anyway, so final season of Game of Thrones. This is where we get the battle between the living and the dead reaches its climax following a brutal war for the Iron Throne that fundamentally reshapes the Westeros. So we get the Great War, the living versus the dead. So Winterfell gathers. So Jon Snow and Daenerys arrives at Winterfell with their combined armies, and obviously the tense rises as Sansa Stark in the North Lords questions Jon's decision to bend knee to Daenerys as usual. Yeah, and this is where Samuel Tully reveals to John that he's actually Aegon Targaryen, so like that is real here. Then we get the Battle of Winterfell. The Night King's army revives in a massive night-long battle. The living suffers heavy losses. This is where we loses Theon and Jorvoy. Uh, Very sad. And then the Night King does get defeated. Thankfully, Ariel stamps him with the very long steel dagger, causing his whole entire army to shatter like snow. And then just wrapping up, the last thing we get is the Battle of the King's Landing. there is like she loses a couple things, like her dragon Rhaegar like is dead, and then she loses like her closest advisor, the chick,
Yeah.
I cannot say her name, Missing. I love her character. Was very sad they killed her off. That was like no. And then we get the fall of the city where like she sees the whole like place, fire it, and killing thousands of innocent civilians. And then this is where we lose the Hound, the Mountain, and then Jamie and Cersei by the crush of the falling rebel. Um, yeah, and then after that, the finale deals with the political fallout of Daenerys. So she gets killed by Jon, and while they embrace in the ruined throne room, the dragon melts the Iron Throne into slug, which is great. And then this dragon just carries her body away and then disappears. We get the new council. This is where like the Westeros lords chooses Bran as like the new king, establish a new system. And so like this was funny. I did like this twist. Like Tyrion comes back again as the hand of the king for his mistakes. That was his punishment. Sansa becomes the queen of the north. Arya says sails to explore what's west of Westeros, and then John exiled back to the Night's Watch as a compromise. Eventually, the Wildlings back to the lands before beyond the wall, and that's it. That's the eighth and final season of Game of Thrones. Um,
Yeah, which you already know is not very good, so you can put it like in like the D or E categories. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not not a very good season.
yeah,
It has it has one great episode, The Long Night. That's it. That's the only thing it has going.
yeah. Now we're done. It's official. Like I felt okay. Like the first two episodes was good, and then we got to the longest night, as you were saying, for great episode for 8, and then yeah, when we get to episode 4 is where I'm like, oh my god, it's
When
really
she burns the city down and everything and all that shit, it's fucking that shit is fucking crazy, bro. It's just stupid.
yeah, and it just comes out of
It
nowhere.
makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. They didn't have time to develop her to become the man queen. Like, come on. That's the thing about the short episode. It's like you cannot do that. If they had like another season, like Renewal, like a ninth season, they could have easily done this. But no, this was the final season, so it didn't make sense.
No, it
Yeah,
did not.
yeah, no, it did not. So they were just rushing, and like the finale is okay. It's not bad. I think people were overreacting. I have to say, like I don't like what they did with Daenerys. Like I think they did a bad job with her character. But the Starks family, I was happy where we left them at the end of the series. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, like I think people don't talk about that enough.
No, I mean I was okay. I'm okay with it. It just wasn't a great season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom, when we got to this season, she did question like why she was so angry and like why she was burning the whole city. It's like they're trying to do this Mac Queen thing, which came out of nowhere, and it was just like why,
Yeah, it didn't really make any sense.
yeah, it was so left out of the field, like left field from the writers. It's like wow. Yeah, so that's how important House of Dragon was. Like, tried to bring the trust back of the fans, and it did. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So, um, yep. So that's our ranking of the Game of Thrones. I hope you guys enjoyed this season. It was fun talking to Game of Thrones with you, sir. I was so happy when you saw like you benchmarked the whole 8 seasons.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I finally got it out of the way.
Yeah. And I was not expecting to see this show at all after House of Dragon. I was like, okay. I thought I was gonna stick with House of Dragon. And nope. I mean, I knew I was gonna see the Night of Seven Kingdoms with you guys, but like, I was not expecting to see this like, iconic show. So
Sure.
yeah. So
Well, I'm glad that you have my Max.
yeah.
It'll be interesting when Paramount Plus and absorbs HBO Max, in 2 years, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. Oh god. I'm just pulling out the trailer. Sorry. Yeah, I yeah, 2 years for it's gonna be Paramount and then Max. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just wrapping up the show, we have trailer reactions. We got good trailers. We got two HBO shows. We got The House of Dragon season 3 and Lanterns. And then we have a movie trailer, Scary Movie. If you're a big fan of Scary Movie, which I do. The first two was good. But yeah, so let's do this. Can you hear? Well,
Yeah.
Where were you?
Alicent came to Dragonstone. She will open the gates of the Red Keep and surrender to me.
You cannot trust her.
yeah.
The king has abdicated the throne. A new dawn is coming. A new line of unsullied kings.
You are the Queen of Dragons. You have an absolute power within your grasp.
Soon or late, Rhaenyra will send her new dragons here. It would be the end.
This is the moment you become queen.
June. All right. We know it's coming out on HBO Max.
Wow. That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I tell you, it was so good. When I first saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so exciting!" I'm so happy we now know what is coming out in June. Jesus.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, very excited for this series. It's my favorite. I mean, this is the first thing I did with you guys, and this whole universe, and so, and
Yeah.
I agree. With you. Season 2 was not as strong as the first season, but I think this is a step up from that season.
Yeah, I think season 3 could be really good. That's a great trailer.
Yeah. So let's get into Lanterns. This one, people has been talking about this forever.
Oh yeah, I've noticed.
Yeah.
What, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher. You're not ready to get up in front of the class till the ring says you are. But all right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted. But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lantern's oath is to protect people. And we both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired. And your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other Lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
Okay, that one was funny. Oh my god. All right. So that was lanterns.
That was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone knows that there is a squirrel that's a lantern. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, that was funny. They named dropped that. But yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of like I don't know what they were expecting from the show. I mean, they did say True Detective, show. And,
That's exactly what it looks like. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm happy.
it looks pretty intriguing and like suspenseful looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he has his powers used. I mean, they're using the powers, so I'm kind of
not much, but but he does. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you pause the trailer, like there's other suits. Like a lot of people are complaining about the Green Lantern suit that we just saw, and it's like, well, yeah, but that's not the only suit he has. There's two like bag of like things that are holding in the closet that were like the other suits. So like it's not the main suit we're gonna see. So I don't know. People are just like,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I was not expecting a full on cosmic show like that. I don't think that was like a good way to start your new Green Lantern. So
Yeah, they don't have to wear costumes for me. I don't really care.
yeah, and I mean Jon Stewart doesn't wear a mask, so like I don't need him to wear like a suit or the same thing with Hal Jordan. But yeah, I liked it. I'm very excited for the show.
Yeah, it looks interesting to me.
Yeah, so it's coming out in August. That's awesome. That's when my birthday's at, so that's cool. So
awesome.
Yeah, so that's good enough for me. DC fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm a Jon Stewart fan. I don't know who's your favorite Green Lantern, but I'm very excited we're focused on Jon Stewart. So
I'm really not that. I don't know that much about Jon Stewart, so
Okay.
I really don't.
yeah. I mean,
Hal Jordan's the Green Lantern I know about. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, he came from the 70s. Obviously, when the Justice League cartoon show came out, that was how I got introduced to the Green Lantern thing. So he's always going to be my first. So he's always my favorite. Yeah, he had good storylines in that cartoon show. I think you will like him. But yeah. So very excited for this actor that plays him. He's a really good actor, and very excited for Kyle Chandler portraying Hal Jordan. That's good. Yeah, and I know that they say that Guy Garner is going to be in the show, so very curious about that.
cool.
Yeah. All right, last trailer and wrapping up is Scary Movie or Scary Movie 6. See Megan.
Guess who's back?
Shit.
Back again.
My God, he stabbed her! Not her! My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them!
We back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we hug?
I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there. We heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Sink.
Stop smiling!
Run, bitch, run!
Mom, Santa gave me a severed arm.
Be sure to thank him.
What the?
Cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Somebody help! Help!
Bitch, we on break. So you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds. Bitch.
Guess who's back?
Oh, no. I don't know if you watch it again.
Yeah, that's all right.
I saw you juggling.
I love that they got the Terrifier up in there, dude. That's fucking crazy, bro. I can't believe they actually had I can't believe they had the Terrifier guy in the movie.
Yeah, it's funny. They're spoofing every major horror movie that's come out that's late. So.
The Terrifier is pretty fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, have you seen these films?
Fuck yeah! What are you kidding me? I mean, I've never watched them. I've watched other YouTubers react to them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I have basically watched them. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah, I like.
I've seen all of them. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're really fucking gory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
Oh yeah.
I've
seen clips of it.
Super violent. You know.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I seen clips of it. Yeah, I seen Weapons. They're spoofing that. That was funny. Sinners, of course.
Sinners. Yeah, I saw some Sinners scene. Yeah,
that was funny.
I love bringing the original characters back. Like Anna Faris is awesome. You know.
I know. I was so happy because they were main star. Well, she and the black chick. They were all like in the 4 movies, but they were not in the 5th one apparently. So. Yeah, it's really cool, and it's great to see the Waynes doing a film.
Yeah.
So that was great. Yeah. So I haven't seen. Was it The Substance? I haven't seen. Well, I did see the first Megan. I haven't seen the sequel. So.
I have not. I think I watched the first Megan. I can't remember if I watched the second one or not.
Yeah, the second one came out last year. Didn't do well. I didn't hear it wasn't bad, but it took
what's her name? The actress from the Alien the Predator movie was in that movie. Was in Megan 2.
Was she? Yeah. I need to check. But yeah, was she in that movie?
Yeah, she played an AI person or whatever, like a synth in the Predator movie, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh,
not the one that's the Predator's friend, the other one.
The other one. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. She was from.
She played the bad guy in Megan 2.
Yeah, she. I don't know if you recognize her, but she was the one in Ahsoka show. She was one of the Between Jedi.
Oh yeah, you're right. She is that dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yeah, she was the main villain you're talking
about.
Oh, yeah.
No shit. Holy fuck.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, but she's good. I liked her in that show.
Oh yeah, I liked her in Ahsoka.
Yeah, very excited. She's coming back, so that's good.
She's all right. Her character in Megan 2 seemed interesting. Seemed interesting.
Yeah.
She played some kind of like synthetic or whatever, like person in that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's what I heard. Yeah. Great.
Yeah. She plays the other synth in the Predator movie. The one that Predator fights at the end. That like gets in the big machine and starts driving it.
Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Oh, you're mixing her with Elle Fanning. Elle Fanning was the android.
There's 2 of them. There's 2 different actresses that play the androids or whatever. It's not just Elle Fanning. There's the other chick too. The other actress plays the other one. There's 2. Really? Yeah. They're friends. Remember?
Yes. Okay. I think I remember.
And the other actress is that actress, the one from Megan 2.
Okay.
And Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Okay. Okay, I need to watch that movie again.
I can't remember what her character's name is, unfortunately. But
I'm looking now. Thea or Tesh or something.
Yeah, Thea or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that and then what other movies they were spoofing? The Substance. I hadn't seen that one. Need to see that one. I heard it's good.
Isn't that the show?
No, The Substance. That's Rudy. The Substance was the Demi Moore horror movie that came out.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that either.
Yeah, I heard it was good. So
yeah, I did too. Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up watching the scary movies. My rewatchable scary movies were 3 and 4, and they were funny still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, those are the trailers. Thank you, Jeff, for coming.
Yeah,
for,
most
Zoom.
definitely.
Yeah, so just clean house and stuff like that. Next Sunday is gonna be Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So we gotta have a movie review, so that's cool. And MCU Bleeding Edge content plugs. Wednesday is gonna be my pick for movie review. There's gonna be F1, the Brad Pitt movie from last year. That was directed by the Top Gun Maverick. And then Friday we're back again to do Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters, season 2, episode 4. And I think you're taking over the moderation this time.
Yes, sir. I am.
Yeah. So thanks, man, for spending your time tonight.
Yeah,
And,
most definitely, brother.
bullshitting, Game of Thrones,
For sure.
for hour, and then trailer reactions. So
I enjoyed it, man.
yeah. Well, as you were saying before, like I do miss having these chats. It's just I've been busy, and I got a new job. I gonna get a new job finally, which is cool. Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah. So peace out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Laters.